Good evening, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to Critical Beauty Salon. Tonight, we are going to talk about the Miss Grand International 2021 finals. How many of you guys watched it? Oh my God, wasn't just so exciting. There were some surprises as well, and some of it really shocked me. So tonight we have 5 or 6 pageant analysts who will join us to discuss about the pageant, and we're going to ask them what they think about the results, what they think of the show in general, and all that stuff. So right now, we're just waiting for them to enter the chat room. Okay, I guess Peter's here. Peter! Hey, Peter.
Hello. How's it going?
I can hear you, but I can't see you. Oh, I can see you now. Hi, darling.
You look fresh and gorgeous as always.
Thank you, darling. It's all that layers and layers of makeup. All right, we're waiting for
everybody.
Yeah, everybody. Oh my God, where's everybody? I know Antonio can't make it. I just got a message from him. He says he's on a meeting and he doesn't know when the meeting's going to end.
Okay.
And of course, Phil, he'd rather be with his friends rather than be with us.
That's okay. That's all right.
I'm gonna smack that kid. And Hector is supposed to join us tonight as well. Hector's joining us. Brian is joining us, hopefully.
Yes.
And Noemi Melendez and Co. So we're just waiting for them. Oh, I love your hat. You look very butch today.
I haven't had a chance to do my hair. I look very lesbian.
All right, I think we have Brian trying to join in.
Okay, who's this? Brian. Okay,
Brian,
here we go.
Hey, Brian.
Hi there. I'm trying to figure it out. Landscape or portrait? I always forget.
I'm gonna slap you. You should know by now.
I know. Let's see. My light is horrible.
No, it's sideways.
Oh, it's up. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm getting ready to go to Miss Universe in a few hours. Leave me alone.
Are you serious? You're going to Universe?
Yes, I have my permission.
Nice.
Right there, sitting on the bed.
That's awesome! Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm excited and scared, and let's see.
Why are you scared?
I don't know. I hope I can make it back, and there's no problems and stuff. You know.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Are you going alone?
Of course not.
Oh, you're with Julian, right?
Yes, sir. Yes. My annoying boyfriend. What about you guys? How are you?
We don't see those weird orbs floating on your screen.
Right.
I know. I don't know. I still to this date I don't see what you guys saw, so I'm not even sure. This lighting's not helping.
I think Peter was the only one who saw them, right, Peter?
Oh, I thought Phil saw it as well, but I think Phil might just be pulling my leg. I don't know, but
no,
I definitely saw it too.
I don't know, honestly. I don't know what it was.
Oh, okay.
Really it could, look, it's probably some, loose dust or whatever.
Well, welcome to my haunted house.
Okay, Noemi's trying to get in. Hold on a second.
Okay.
She said, wait a minute. I can't, you have to let me in. Hold on. Yeah, well, refresh and enter again.
I want to fix the lighting so bad, and I don't know.
Co was here like 2 months, literally 2 months ago. I mean, not 2 months ago. 2 minutes ago.
2 months ago.
Who let the dogs out? Woof, woof, woof.
Yeah, there's dogs down at the campground. So they're just kind of telling everybody, this is my area. This is my territory. Who are you?
I don't know what's going to work for me best.
Our first viewer is Jason Ray Chi. Hi, Jason. How are you doing? Good. So right now we're at 10 people watching.
Cool.
So where is Co? Oh my God. What is wrong with this?
Yeah, we need our Thai connection.
Is the lighting better now?
Seriously.
Oh, I love it.
It's
great lighting.
Really better, but you know what? You know what? I can see your ceiling. You need to lower your camera. Yeah. I'm gonna send you that link that I sent to everybody, like how to look good in Zoom. You can just follow those tips.
I'm so bad at it. I don't know. Maybe it's because, are you guys on a phone? You guys aren't on a phone, right?
No, I'm using my
on
laptop.
my laptop.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. I think that's why.
Yeah, you need to get a laptop. Don't you have a laptop?
I do. I have one right here, but I don't know if it's if the lighting, like the audio and everything, I've never like dealt with it, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, maybe Julian can teach you.
He needs to, honestly, because I don't know. I should be better at this. I know.
All right. So how's everybody doing? Peter, how's the weather in Down Under?
It's pretty hot. It's pretty hot. Summer actually has arrived after 2 years.
Wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, last year we didn't have much of a summer at all. Summer probably lasted about 2 weeks. And now summer's come back in full force. I don't know how long this is going to be for, but it's beautiful. So I sent you guys a photo of the view outside my window in our chat.
I saw it.
That's how it looks at the moment. Just no clouds.
Yeah, I did. I saw it. Wow, it's
very
beautiful.
sunny, blue skies.
Wow. So wait a minute. So from where you live, can you see the Aurora Borealis?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Okay.
So to the right side of my head, to the south, absolutely. But it normally comes up at around 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful.
So when I go on my toilet break in the middle of the night, I get a view.
That's good. So do you still use toilet paper?
Oh my God.
Of course I do.
You do? Okay.
Of course I do.
Guys, I stopped using toilet paper like almost 2 years ago. I've been using this amazing plastic bottle with a spout thingy. You just fill it with water and you just put it under your butt and you just squeeze it. It's like a bidet, but
that's
what
I was gonna say. Why don't you have a bidet?
And listen, it's so much. I feel my butt is so much cleaner. You know, I mean, I only use toilet paper to wipe up my butt, but other than that, water is the way to go. You can get it on Amazon
Peter,
for like $16.
You're laughing at Rafa, but I gotta confess that I'm also a non-paper user. It just doesn't feel the same when you wash yourself. That's when you feel clean.
I'm just laughing because of the, I can't believe you're talking about this.
Better because you don't see skid marks.
You know what? They always say that Puerto Ricans end up in every conversation talking about shit, sometimes literally.
Oh my God.
This just showed me that it's not just Puerto Ricans, it's everyone.
For a moment, I thought, Rafa, you said I stopped using toilet paper and I just scrape it off with my fingers.
Well,
oh my God.
As you know, I'm ecologically concerned about Mother Earth, and
okay,
I
Miss
want to
Earth.
chop down more trees just to produce, toilet paper. Okay. So water is the way to go,
right?
And it feels cleaner. It's less money.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I agree with
him. All right, so we're looking for. Okay, I'm looking at the chat and the chat box. Oh, we have David Mendoza. Hi, David.
Hello,
Our
David.
Favorite viewer. He says, "Hello, my loves. I'm doing well, Rafa. Thanks for asking, babe." And Jean Mora or Jean Mora, depends how you pronounce his name. Hello, guys. David says,
hello.
Hi, Peter and Brian. Eric says, I don't understand. Hello, mga. I don't understand the 2 words.
Go on, try it.
Yeah.
Can try it.
Let me just quickly
Anyway, hello,
go on
Eric.
and have a look.
Thanks for joining us. So did you guys watch the finals? I'm talking to the viewers right now. Did you guys watch the Miss Grand International 2021 finals last night? Let us know in the chat box what you think, because there's so many things to talk about. So many things that we want to discuss. And of course, since the biggest surprise, Miss Philippines not making the top 20, and social media is blowing up with all these crazy, angry Filipino pageant fans who are now planning to boycott Miss Grand.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
International. Of course,
that happens every year.
Every year we're going to boycott.
I know it happens every year, but they continue to watch it anyway. You know what I mean? So, and they want Binibining Pilipinas to drop the Miss Grand International franchise. But you know what? If they drop it, another Filipino group will pick it up. You know what I mean? So what's the point of boycotting or dropping the franchise?
Listen, we can't win all the time. You can't win all the time. Yeah.
Exactly.
Reality is where there's a pageant, there's a Filipino.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at Puerto Rico last year. We were really rooting for our girl.
Yeah, exactly. David says, I did, but stop watching the semis.
David.
LOL. Okay, that's fine. Brat says, yes, we watched the show and it was, well, what could you expect from them? Philippines is deserving of top 20. I'm very disappointed. Hello, everyone. Hello, Tiong from Malaysia. Jean said, yes, I did. Lord, some disappointments, so forth and so on. All right, now Noemi is joining us. So let's admit her. What happened to Ko? Ko was here literally 10 minutes ago. Maybe she was kidnapped by Miss Myanmar or something. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Just kidding. Hey, Noemi, darling.
Connecting.
Somebody says Mr. Nawat is having favorites.
I mean, can you blame him? It's his pageant. He can have favorites.
Exactly.
He's the one that's going to be working with her the rest of the year, so.
Correct.
Hey, Noemi. Mwah. Un beso, mi amor.
Hola.
Hola, mi amor.
Buenas.
Okay,
how are you?
For those of you who do not know Noemi is or was the former director of Miss Grand Cuba, and she requested me to allow her to join us because she has so many things to say about the pageant. She knows the ins and outs of the pageant. So, Noemi, would you like to say something about yourself to the whole world, please?
So, hello, my name is Noemi Melendez. I am the director for the Miss Cuba organization. Since 2007, we've been sending delegates from Cuba to international pageants such as Miss International, Grand, Supra, Reinado Internacional del Café, and Intercontinental, and numerous pageants. But right now we were just focusing in the Grand Slam pageants, which was International, Grand, and Reinado del Café, because it's a beautiful pageant. It's small. It's a great pageant for the girls to kind of prep for the Grand Slam pageants. So the reason why, and I want to clarify and take this opportunity to the reason why I do not hold the international franchise for Cuba this year was not because they took it away from me, etc., as a lot of people usually immediately think about. It was just immediately after the beginning of the year when Miss Grand International was held. After the pageant, we were given the contracts immediately to renew for this this season. And so obviously there was a large, there was changes in the contracts, especially in the franchise fee. So so that you have an idea, our franchise fee started at $3,000 and then it went up to $5,000. And in the meeting, you know, at the time that they gave us the contracts, everybody was still in the pandemic. A lot of people weren't working. Sponsorships were really hard to get. And so I decided not to renew because of that, because there, unfortunately at the time, there was no way that we were going to get the sponsorship or the funds to be able to make, that commitment with Grand International. So they went with another, organization, whatever. And so they sent Hazel Vaillant to the pageant this year.
Okay. All right. Noemi, you have a fellow Puerto Rican in the group, Brian.
Oh, hi. Hola.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, good.
Brian used to live in Florida, but he decided he moved to Las Vegas, where you live, Noemi. So you guys are neighbors.
Oh, really?
Good.
Mhm. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
you guys are
amazing.
like
Spring Valley.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm in Spring Valley as well.
Oh, okay.
Wow, look at that. This
I
is
think I
meant
hear
to
you.
be.
There you go.
That is so creepy.
So,
Okay, so we're just waiting for, I don't know what happened to Ko. Ko literally was here like 15 minutes ago, and I don't know what happened to her. She was telling us that she became a national director for Thailand, and her girl won Miss Interglobal Pageant, which is an online virtual pageant. And, she was telling us about her, blah, blah, blah. And we wanted to congratulate her, in the group chat, but I don't know what happened to her. Antonio can't make it because of meeting. He can't get out of his meeting. Phil can't make it either because he'd rather be with his friends, celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever. And then Hector, I don't know what happened to Hector. He's supposed to be here. I'm gonna ping him. Hector, where are you? Okay, Hector, by the way, he's recovering from COVID. He is helping out the Miss Cameroon organization for Mold. Really very sad because he couldn't personally meet Miss Cameroon. So he had to quarantine himself. He's feeling much better right now. But the great thing about Hector is if you work with him, he really works. Okay, as soon as the Miss Cameroon organization asked me, Rafa, could you please help us, with our girl? Because, the pageant is going to be in Puerto Rico. And, I immediately contacted Hector. He lives in Puerto Rico. And he immediately contacted like a dozen Puerto Rican designers. And about 6 or 7 of them volunteered to sponsor several dresses for Miss Cameroon. So the Miss Cameroon organization is very, very grateful and thankful to Hector. And of course, all the Puerto Rican designers who sponsor the gowns. So yeah, but hopefully he should feel
You said that was
better.
World?
For Miss World, yeah. Yeah.
She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
Miss Cameroon is amazing. Miss
Mhm.
Cameroon. And we're also helping out Miss Bahamas. So Miss Bahamas is stunning this year. So there's a lot of strong
Really cool.
contestants. Noemi, do you follow Miss World?
Yeah, I've been following since
Noemi,
it's
do you
the-
follow Miss World?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I have. Especially now that it's been held in Puerto Rico. So
Wait a minute, Noemi, did you not compete in Miss Puerto Rico before? Tell us, darling.
yes, I did. Many moons ago. I'm not gonna say the year because then you start calculating how old I am, and it's not cool. No.
Oh, honey, you don't look a day older than 24.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so I think we can start right now because I don't know what happened to those two guys. All right, so of course, all of us saw Miss Grand International Finals, okay? And my first impression, let me start first. My first impression of the pageant was that it was grander than last year's, or rather last March edition. In so many aspects, I thought the stage was amazing. The lighting was fabulous. The background was amazing. The choreography, the dance routine, Abina singing was amazing. she looked incredibly fabulous with her outfits. Everything was glittering, everything was shining. The choreography, the long runway where the girls, had a lot of airtime. Like,
Rafa.
what else can I say? It was just
There you
simply
go.
The ghosts
There you
have
go.
taken Rafa.
Correct. Oh, I told you, Brian, this is you.
What do you mean?
This is you.
Oh,
You were
Noemi.
frozen.
Noemi's
You were frozen.
okay. Noemi's frozen now. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, that's fine. She'll be
Brian,
back.
you
She'll be
better
back.
talk to your friends.
Guys, stop. We come in peace.
Yep, you calm them
Yeah,
down.
that's fine. Yeah. So, Brian, what do you think?
So I almost agree 100% with you. I believe that the opening outfits were better last year. I enjoyed more the opening music last year than this year, but I do really commend them for using Abina and having her be part of the opening, because she is she was the current queen. So why not highlight her, especially her talent, which is singing. So great. Stage, top notch. Lighting, top notch. Visuals, top notch. It was just really good. Like, in terms of production, it was fabulous. Miss Universe should take some pointers.
Oh, I definitely agree. You know what? Funny thing you mentioned that, Brian. It's because when I started following MGI, like to the fullest, like literally 2 years ago, I was expecting less from Miss Universe and more from Miss Grand, and this year is proving. My theory is right, because 3 years ago I predicted Miss Grand International will eventually be the same level as Miss Universe, and it's happening right now. And not only that, but I think the quality of the contestants at Miss Grand is, I think, slightly better than MGI's. I mean, than Miss Universe. So now, of course, Miss Grand International is over. Now we're switching to Miss Universe, and now we're starting to follow the girls on social media, and now they're eventually in a lot to Israel, where the pageant is going to take place. So that's good. Noemi, darling, what do you think of the show?
Loved it as usual. I mean, Nawat you have to give props where it's deserved. I mean, Nawat is a producer. Okay. He has a vision of what he wants his platform and his show to look, and he brings it every year, regardless of how little the budget can be. We saw it in Las Vegas. When the pageant was in Las Vegas, compared to obviously the productions held in other, in Thailand, it was much, I would say, a smaller production in comparison. And when you see the video from that production, you think it's huge, it's grand, and we all know that the theater was a smaller venue than usual that they're accustomed to. I've been to Miss Grand in Thailand when my girl gave up her crown, and I loved everything about the opening. They always love what I love about Grand is they really highlight their queen. When they're leaving, they highlight her. They give her moment to shine, to her last moments to shine as a queen. Incorporate her in the production, whether it's dancing, singing, emceeing, like what they did with Lee's, for a number of productions. So, again, not surprised in regards to production. Again, remember, his goal from day one is to compete with Miss Universe. He's been very vocal about that. So in regards to production, every year, Miss Grand, it's their production level is so much superior than Miss Universe or Miss World, unfortunately.
I want to add that I think that he's aware of his fans.
Yes.
He's aware of what we want, and he delivers. He delivers what we want. Everything we want and we asked Miss Universe to be or was, he's giving it to us. And that's why I think so many people have gravitated towards his pageant and are actually taking it seriously. 10th anniversary, I can't even imagine how good it's going to be.
Oh my God. And it's going to be in Bali,
Bali.
Indonesia.
Yeah.
October 25th, 2022. It was announced during the finals. Okay, I'm going to let Ko in. She finally made it. So hold on a second. All right. So yeah, so I totally agree with what Noemi said. It's the production this year is far grander, but I'm sure probably Miss Universe is watching, or maybe they watch the finals of Miss Grand, and I'm sure they have something stored. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, Ko. While waiting for her, let me just read some notes. All right, somebody says Miss Cuba is beautiful. Buenas noches, Noemi, says David. I think Mr. Nawat chose a person who can give commitment 100% to the organization. And maybe that's what he saw in Miss Grand Vietnam. Cuba was beautiful. For me, Puerto Rico is deserving. Ms. Melendez is incredible, says Murtza. Brian, Puerto Rico was so beautiful last night. I love her. If she won, I would have been happy. Yeah, a lot of people love Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico was in my top 10.
Oh yeah. It broke my heart when she didn't, I expected at least first runner-up. See, one thing that a lot of people don't understand, this is a very new pageant. This pageant has only been around for 9 years, okay? The fact that Nawat has not repeated countries to win, there's a reason behind that. And that's one thing that a lot of fans don't understand, that, regardless whether, for me, Puerto Rico deserved that crown. You have no idea. Like, if we were looking at performance from day one all the way to stage, definitely. But the fact is that we already knew that there was very slim chance that Puerto Rico would win, for the fact that Puerto Rico already had won its first crown in the first, year, and he's not going to repeat a crown. Not yet. Not yet. It will take, I would say it would take maybe 15 or 20 years when they will repeat. Maybe it could be shorter, maybe longer, but he is moving that crown to different countries where he knows that there's a following.
Correct.
Look at the support that Vietnam got.
Yep.
Social media went nuts over this girl.
You know what? But she lied though. Miss Vietnam lied during the top 5 Q&A. She said, I don't get a lot of support from my people. You liar. You got a lot of votes. You were the top 5. You were the top 5, highest number of voters, girl.
Definitely got support, unless she bought it. I don't know.
Probably she bought it.
But these Asian countries always, when it has to do with voting, Asian countries are always going to surpass all the other countries, just because the amount of people, that live in those countries. No matter what country it's like Cuba will never get there, or Puerto Rico, because we don't have the amount of population that an Asian country has.
Because they don't believe in birth control. That's why.
Anyways.
Peter, darling.
Hi.
Peter, darling, what do you think of the show?
Look, I hate for this to be an echo chamber, but I do agree with all of you regarding the production side of things. I think it's, in saying that though, I also found this year to be possibly one of the weirdest editions for Miss Grand. So it was a very strange top 20 for me. I am absolutely salty about the popular vote getting straight into the top 10.
Oh yeah.
For Cambodia to go straight to top 10 and not even make top 20, I think someone really deserving got bumped off that spot. So that's really disappointing. It kind of reminded me of Korea making it into the top 10 back when it was in Vegas. So that was really weird. Yeah, I'm still salty about that. I would like to echo what Noemi did say about Mr. Nawat having a strategy when picking the winners. He has absolutely every right to do it. He owns the pageant. His main aim is to be the #1 pageant in the world. And to get there, you need to have a strategy. So I don't want to expand on it too much, but this is probably the reason why Australia will never win a Miss Grand competition. The reality is we have nothing to offer the brand. That's just it. We don't have a following here in the country. In saying that, every pageant needs amazing finalists and semifinalists. So our aim is always to make it to top 10, top 5. If we can provide that beautiful frame around that beautiful picture of the winner, we are more than happy to do that and support the brand that way. We don't have the numbers, we don't have the dollars, we don't have the sponsorship to give to Mr. Nawat. So we know this, and we have adjusted our strategy accordingly to do that.
Peter,
So,
I have a solution for that problem.
what's that?
Let Australia open its doors to
Oh my God.
immigrants
Oh,
with their families tagging along.
oh, Rafa. No.
Make them all Australian citizens, and it's going to be your responsibility
Goodness.
to make them interested in pageants. Okay. Okay.
It'll probably happen in a couple of generations. It won't happen in mine. But you're right. You know what? As we have more immigration coming into the country and what have you, but if pageants are still around, maybe, but not now. I don't think it's going to happen. So yeah, our strategy is to provide amazing finalists, provide amazing semifinalists, and just build up from there. But I really don't think we'll ever have a winner. Claire only got that crown because it fell off Dominican Republic's head, and we were there to catch it.
Peter, you were in the production team, right?
Production team of which?
Miss Grand, right? You look like you were one of the PAs. I don't know.
I'm just trying to fit in. I'm
You're
trying to
fitting
fit in.
Yeah,
Listen, I wanted to
he
add,
sabotaged Miss
Rafa.
Venezuela's gown.
Okay. Rafa, I wanted to add that Puerto Rico, I feel like our highest spot ever again is always going to be third runner-up. We have 4 third runner-ups already. And mind you, those 4 were amazing women, like Madison Anderson, first runner-up in Miss Universe. This girl now, like great girls that have worked their butt off. And I've told you before, I told you in the other live, I've told everyone, I wasn't a big fan of this girl, and she really won me over with her actions during the pageant, even when it was like behind the scenes and everything. But we're definitely competing for nothing anymore, because third runner-up is all we can get now.
Right.
Well, it's funny because when I told Hector, listen, Viviana should join Miss Universe Puerto Rico again because she's amazing, and his reaction was that no, she's too short. What? Height doesn't matter anymore. Not in Miss Universe. You know what I mean? I mean, look at her. She went as far as third runner of Miss MGI.
In Puerto Rico, it does matter still.
What you said about Nawat not crowning another country for the second time. So you have to wait like 15 years, for this country to win again. So if that's the case, then this country should be sending ugly girls if they're not going to win, in 15 years again anyway. You know what I mean? So what's the point of sending strong, beautiful girls if you can just send ordinary-looking, homely, frumpy-looking women? You know what I mean?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that should be the case. I mean, listen, Puerto Rico has placed since day one. And that's one thing that I have to take my hat off to Puerto Rico. Obviously, Puerto Rico sends amazing, well-prepared delegates. Right. That's just a fact. They're coming from the best school in the island, which is Miss Puerto Rico Universe. I mean, and these girls are prepared. Now, I would send her, actually, for me, her best fit is actually World.
Yes. I got goosebumps when you said it, so we're on the
World.
same page.
And I think that if she would ever consider doing it, that will be Puerto Rico's third crown, guaranteed. I'm sorry, hands down, because that girl knows how to work. She has a platform that she's been working on for years. This is not fake made up, you know, just for the pageant. This is something that she's been working on for years. That's another thing that many of the girls, when they decide to compete in Miss Grand, you really need to come with a platform, with a plan of action.
Right.
You know, you just can't come in thinking I have a beautiful face and a great body, and that's all I need. And I have beautiful dresses, and that's all I need to win this pageant. Yes, it's a beauty pageant, but you know what? The most important part of a beauty pageant is your interview. If you can't nail that interview, believe me, you're not going to place. Unfortunately, that's just the facts, you know, and this is the key to win Miss Grand International. Okay. You need to be consistent from the moment you step off that plane. And when I say consistent, I mean style wise, everything, point,
appearance wise,
blank, everything. If you fail in any of that, believe me, your ranking will continue going down, because they're comparing you with other girls that are coming prepared, and they see how you evolve during the week, you know. And that's one thing. And I'm going to tell you something. When Lise won, which I didn't expect her to win, because I will be honest, I only expected her top 5, because for me that year it was Colombia. In my eyes, I thought she was going to win. But I always said, if they give Lise an opportunity to speak, it's game over, because I knew that in regards to speaking wise, you know, she was going to kill it. You know, she was not the prettiest girl from the group. They didn't even have her in the top picks. I mean, girl, she was nowhere. Like, you didn't like Cuba, what? No. And when she freaking wins, I'm like, okay, this is, and then when I went to Thailand to see her give up her crown, Teresa came up to me and she's like, you know why you won? Because she was consistent from day one. That's the key. If you show up just for the mini pageants like swimsuit competition or just prelims, no, you need to show up from the moment that you get off that plane.
Noemi, you told me once that Nawat has a specific preference, look-wise, appearance-wise. Didn't you say that he prefers women with big hair and thin and
very
the
thin.
typical
He
traditional, like
big,
what Osmel Sosa wants, Nawat wants too, right?
Exactly. That's that stereotype of woman. But he likes a woman also that could express themselves and speak in a moment's notice. You know, I think this year, you know, opposed to maybe the year that Venezuela won, that let's be real, her English wasn't that great. They couldn't do much with her. I think he learned his lesson by crowning somebody that didn't really have a large vocabulary or didn't have that type of platform speaking wise. So he went back to more of that format of a girl knowing how to express herself and speak, etc. Even though Vietnam doesn't have, obviously, her first language is not English, but in comparison to Ecuador's English was better. You know what I mean? Like, she expressed herself better than Ecuador in the sense that it was more fluid and more, you know, than Ecuador. I think Ecuador, she was thinking in Spanish and translating.
Correct. Yep. Exactly.
You know, that's what I think that happened because what she wanted to say, it didn't translate.
She could have asked for an interpreter. I don't get it. She could have asked for an interpreter.
There's no interpreters in Grand.
Okay, Nawat, if you're watching this show, please hire me as an interpreter next year. Or Brian or Noemi. Hire all three.
4 girls.
Okay, before I continue, I want to read some more comments from the fans. Okay, Patrick, regarding Vietnam, Patrick Pham says, no, Rafa, Miss Vietnam said when Vietnam announced their selection for this year's representative, people in Vietnam did not support that decision. The supports came in only after the competition started. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Patrick, for that knowledge. June says, I thought I was watching a post-pageant analysis, not a political statement on race and citizenship. Ugh. June, it's my channel. We can discuss. You know, we're living in a global village. Everything is interrelated. Okay. So if you don't like what you're watching, go to another channel.
No, don't do that, June. Don't do that. You keep stay tuned.
Just kidding, June. June, we love you. Okay, so all right. So this is Ko. Can you hear us? This is Rafa.
Yes, yes, I can.
All right. So I ask the guests what they think of the show itself. We would like to know your opinion, please.
Okay. All right. So.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, Ko. I'm introducing Noemi. Noemi Ko.
All right. Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm very glad indeed that I would get some, perspective from you, because you used to be national director, right? According to Rafa. So I badly need to know your idea indeed, because I attend the live show in all round, like net cost, prelim, and final, and especially last night, I can tell you it's like a haunted house after Philippines and Thailand got written off. It's all all quiet,
Wow.
yeah, you can feel like a chilling feeling, like goosebumps sort of. It's so shocking indeed. I mean, it's out of any expectation, and honestly, according to I follow them since they came back to Bangkok, and they deserve to be in top 20, either of them. Thailand and Philippines, and
Cuba.
yeah, Cuba too. There's a lot of deserving being X. So I mostly disagree with the result last night. I can be very vocal, okay, even though I'm Thai, and I can tell you that even in Thai social media, many, more than half, would start thinking about too much drama or hype needed from deliver such a result, because it's not that deserving for someone, right? I mean, in my point of view, and in the audience point of view, okay, as seen, all right, but especially after the show end, and I approach to the stage and try to get Sophia and Sam, even though we got top 5 already, you can feel that there wouldn't be that many people admire. I mean, that's not because
okay.
I attend NGI 2020, all right, at the beginning of this year as well. So the atmosphere and jubilation, okay, after announcing top 5 or the end of the show is totally different. I can tell.
Carl, let me interrupt. We're talking about the show production first. We're gonna go over. We're gonna go over the results.
Right.
I have a certain agenda.
Okay.
In a few words, how would you rate the production from a scale of 1 to 10?
Okay. For swimming suit, I didn't. I don't fancy much about walk on pier, because I don't think it's fair enough to judge contestant to walk on like a moving deck. Okay, so I prefer the last one, which walk on the rooftop. of the hotel.
That was stunning.
Yeah. It's more stunning and I mean well prepared. For me, okay, I feel MGI this time is less prepared than the previous one.
That's interesting. Are you saying that because your favorite candidates did not make the cut? Are you bitter?
No, I noticed since it happened in Phuket. It happened in Phuket, you know. Honestly, I'm Thai, okay, I'm local, and we are worried about the event held in Phuket because it's a hotbed of political conflict. So most of Thai would like MGI to go down to you know to hold the event down there, okay. But foreigner wouldn't realize because I think it's just cover, okay. Otherwise, a lot of people might reject it to go down. And so, if you notice that even in Phuket, there's some occasion, you know, the stage wouldn't finish yet, even though at the evening it's going to have the event. I just feel that, oh, that's no good. Yeah, that's no good. It's quite different from the previous edition, okay? That's Samantha Bernardo Joy, because you know I've been there all along, and I can tell that the previous one much more well prepared, but this one did bring like a technology to help like, you know, to add more spice, excitement, like CG on the stage, sort of.
Yeah.
But overall, I prefer the last edition, honestly.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about the cute host. His name is Matthew Deane. Okay.
Yes.
So scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give him an 11. Okay. Only because he looks so good.
He was a great
Second
host,
that.
good energy.
Yes.
He speaks very well. I like the way he modulates his voice. It's just perfect. You know, he's not flaky. He doesn't put on air. He's just utterly professional. And I'm surprised they did not have any color commentators or backstage commentators this year.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Yeah, I'm glad.
No, thank goodness they didn't have color commentators. It would have been a 5-hour production. My goodness.
And let's talk about the judges. They brought back 5 former title holders, you know, as judges. But I was hoping for Claire 2015 to show up. Was she not invited, Peter?
No, she wasn't invited. Like I said, Australia has nothing to offer the brand. So absolutely, yeah. So no.
All right. So do we know if she's still the 2015 title holder? Okay. All right.
She's still our 2015 title holder.
Exactly. There you go.
All right. So after the judges were announced, they presented the best national costumes to 3 countries: Malaysia, Peru, and Angola. Malaysia's costume, what was she wearing? Oh yeah, that she has like all these like dolls in the background. She was like
family, her complete family in her back.
I'm telling you, typical Asian family. You know, she was like dragging her family, you know, with her on the stage, and she was, you know, exposed, which I thought was cute, which is amazing.
No.
Great job. I don't remember Peru's costume. What was she wearing? Of course, feathers.
It was like a bird.
Yeah.
It's like yellow and black,
right.
I think.
That's right. That's right. Bird. And then Angola, I was so happy.
She lived
for
it.
Angola. And
she lived it.
Oh, she did. Even when she accepted the trophy, she again projected that look, the fierce warrior look. You know what I mean?
But
she played the role.
but was it the best national costume presentation or the best national costume? Her costume wasn't the best national costume.
Oh no.
Good point.
No. It was presentation.
Yeah, that 3P
presentation and
trophy,
execution.
That's BS.
Yes.
Just to
and I think
have more awards and be able to mention more countries, so they, you know, they're happy with something. I don't think it's right.
Yeah. Somebody says judges or a joke. Well, are they really judges, or actually it's Nawat who has the ultimate say, I think. Doesn't he? Noemi? He has the
Yes, he
ultimate
does.
say. He's just
Yes,
like
he
Julia
does.
Morley. So
Correct. It's
the judges
no
are just the
different from the
front.
swirl.
They're just different decorations.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I'm just wondering when they showed the images of the past queens, they only showed it from the waist up. I wonder what they're wearing from the waist down. You know what I mean?
Rafa, what are
Like
we
right
wearing
now-
right now? from
Right
the
now,
waist
I'm wearing
down?
pajamas. I'm wearing pajamas, my bottom part, okay? And I'm wearing my slippers. That's about it.
I hope my
Brian, what are
camera
you
doesn't
wearing
fall down.
from the waist down?
I hope my camera doesn't fall down.
Noemi, what are you wearing from the waist down? Come on, show us. Peter. What are
Oh, you don't
wearing?
want to know what I'm wearing from
Oh,
the
what are
waist
you
down.
He's wearing a pink jockstrap.
Brian, you're not meant to share that with everybody.
Whoops.
Okay. So now let's go to the announcement of the top 20. Okay.
Okay.
When Costa Rica's name was called out, I was so ecstatic because this woman is one of the best, I think.
Yes.
One
Yes.
of the best. And
Yep.
I was disappointed when she did not go as far as top 5.
Yep.
And so yeah, but I'm glad she made the cut. Okay, all the other ones were fine. In my original list, I had Mauritius, Peru, Armenia, Philippines, Cuba, and Thailand. Instead, these countries were selected: France, Malaysia, Myanmar, Germany, Spain, and Cambodia. I was surprised with France. She was off my radar. Did anybody get France? Anyone?
No,
Rafa,
I
can
got
you mention
Germany.
each girl?
I got Germany too.
Mhm.
Okay.
Can you mention, Rafa, can you mention each girl and we can give like one word to describe
Okay.
their placement?
Okay,
Because I don't remember all of them.
Costa Rica,
Mhm.
Ecuador, Australia, France, Malaysia, Brazil, India, Colombia, Myanmar, Netherlands, Nigeria, Germany, Indonesia, Spain, and the Dominican Republic. And Vietnam, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, South Africa, and Angola. Top 20.
Mhm.
Who did not belong in the top 20? Tell me,
Oh,
people.
Rafa.
Who
No.
does not belong?
Oh, Rafa. No,
Rafa,
we
we
can't do
can't-
that.
You know
We
what?
can't
I'm
give you an
gonna
opinion
say
like
it.
that because we don't know what happened behind the scenes.
Exactly.
I don't have anything to lose. I don't have anything to lose. Okay, France does not belong there. Sorry,
Oh,
sorry,
Rafa.
France. Okay, France did not belong there. Myanmar did not belong there.
She's pretty.
Spain. I don't know about Spain. I had like on the fence with Spain. No. And South Africa, in the beginning, I thought she shouldn't belong there, but having seen her performance, I thought she
Likewise.
deserved
I
it.
had South Africa. I had
And
South Africa.
Angola most definitely belonged there. Yeah.
I wanna
Angola,
mention
most
something
def-
about
No, I
the
was
girls
shocked
that
Armenia
didn't
didn't.
place.
Okay.
Rafa, your internet's kind of
let me
bad.
allow. Okay. Vagisha is trying to enter, so let me just admit
Oh
her.
yeah.
Hey, Vagisha. The more the merrier.
Here we
Woohoo.
go.
So yeah, there were some few surprises for me at least. So, hey, Vagisha.
Hi, Rafa. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Hi,
Dr.
Vagisha.
Vagisha.
You know everybody. I think this is the first time you've met Noemi, Vagisha, Noemi.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Yeah.
Same
For
here.
those of you who do not know Vagisha, she runs an incredible YouTube channel called Pageants with Vagisha, and you can also find her on Instagram. And Vagisha and I have been following each other for like years, and she's a big follower of Miss World. So I think if you have anything to know, everything you want to know about Miss World, just ask Vagisha and she'll tell you exactly what she thinks of Miss World and this year's contestants. So follow her on channel YouTube, Pageants with Vagisha, as well as Instagram. Brian, you also have an Instagram account. Is it RealBrianJ?
No, just my name. That's on Instagram. Brian Javier, just my name.
Okay.
Yeah.
YouTube?
Yep, Brian Javier. You can search it. First one that comes up. Stay tuned because there's going to be a lot of content to Miss Universe because we finally have this little paper.
Oh,
you
you're
can't see it.
going.
There you go.
Yay.
Brian is going to Israel. That's
I
wonderful.
know. I'm super excited.
Peter, darling, would you like to plug in your social media accounts
And his OnlyFans.
for your podcast?
Brian! I had to take that one down. No, I'm kidding. Look, I was formerly Dear Pageant Girl. So if you're following Dear Pageant Girl, please move over to the Pageant Institute. That's the Pageant Institute on Facebook and on Instagram.
Wonderful. And Cole, would you like to plug in
Yes.
your social media stuff?
Yes, sure. I'm mostly active on my Facebook, KP1 Worldwide. Always do my live interview on there, and also my Instagram, Phanasa. And actually, I got my YouTube, but I have no time to do sort of edit. So I will try to be more active on YouTube as well. KP1 Worldwide, the same name. Okay.
That's right. And Noemi, do you have a social media platform?
Yeah, I have my Miss Cuba director in IG. So
Okay.
you can follow me there.
Wonderful. And to those people who just joined us today, Noemi is was the former director of Miss Grand Cuba, but she's currently the national director for all the other Grand Slam pageants, El Reina Internacional del Café. So follow her on Miss Cuba Director Instagram. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of angry
Yeah, well, yeah.
phrases in the chat box. A lot of angry Filipinos.
Oh, well, when I say what I have to say about that, they're going to hate me.
Oh, Brian, here we go. Yeah.
Okay, I have to say, okay, somebody named Nuna Balloon. She says, I am proud of Miss Grand International. The total number of live viewers was 700,000. The total number of views of the clip is 6.9 million just
Wow.
overnight.
Wow.
Now, let's see if Miss Universe can surpass that.
Well, I don't think they've even been able to sell 1/3 of their tickets for the final. So let's see.
Yeah. All right.
Look, Rafa, can I just interject here just for a second? Regarding all of these comments that you're getting there, I can actually see, because I've got my phone on the side, and I can see those comments. And I think it's super important that with your viewers, they need to pay a little bit of attention, because we have Ms. Melendez, we've got Mr. Rivera over here, and it's an amazing opportunity to actually get an education and listen to your elders, people. Yeah, so I think it's an education here that they're not going to get in a lot of other channels. I totally understand that there's a lot of hurt out there, but you know what? Just take your time, stop sending all this like Mr. Nawat Karma, whatever. Trolls will probably never listen, but for those of you who will give us a chance, please listen to these people. They're amazing. It'll probably be it's a very rare occasion to get this kind of access.
It's funny because another one interesting comment that I read, not on YouTube, but in some places, I believe it's Instagram, a Filipino fan wrote, actually a Filipino fan was chastising another Filipino fan. And this first Filipino fan says to the second, well, you know what? Maybe because it's karma for the Philippines, because a lot of Filipino fans wished Nawat death when he contracted COVID. Do you remember?
Good Lord.
Why do we need to go there? That's so not necessary.
Yeah.
He has said COVID. That's exactly what I mean. So to Filipino fans out there, please reconsider. Whatever, I really believe in karma. What goes out there comes back to you. So again, it's the rule of it's a natural law. What comes.
But they'll be the first to say and quote Pia Wurtzbach with the "think before you click." I mean,
exactly.
Come on. So it's
and it's not just the Filipinos that are doing it. Any nationality, Indonesians. The feud between the Filipinos and Indonesians are just unbelievable. I mean,
I love it.
We're both nationalities are literally insulting each other and killing each other.
And you are in the perfect position,
second.
Rafa, to add fuel to the fire.
Well, I'm going to add fuel to the fire. Yeah, you bet. Because I want more views to my channel. But anyway, so,
Rafa, we lost you.
what was I going to say?
We
Jeez,
lost.
I lost.
There you go. You're back.
Yeah, it says my
Okay.
internet connection is stable. But anyway,
Right.
I'm sorry. I went off. I'm sorry. I apologize, Vagisha. Before you came in, I asked everybody what their opinion about the opening number. What do you think?
I love the opening number and the hilarious introductions. They are something I always wait for, whether it's Miss Grand Thailand or whether it's Miss Grand International. I always wait for the introductions. So I was quite excited to see the girls, and I was not a fan of the costume. I mean, few of the costumes were quite good, but some of the costumes did not really get me. So all in all, I enjoyed, and the stage and the production, as we were already expecting this was Miss Grand International. So it was quite amazing.
Okay, that's great. What do you think of the choreography? Did you like it?
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. And I remember towards the end when the host said that this was definitely not in the plan. And I laughed so hard for the
Me
tiebreaking
too.
question.
This is not planned. Oh, come on.
Okay.
Same as
okay.
last year.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
So-
oh, boom, there you go. There's the stunt.
There you go.
And
Yeah,
nothing
go
comes
ahead.
close to Miss Grand Paraguay fainting on the stage at Miss Grand International 2018. So it was still okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. A lot of comments again saying that they did not promote the Stop the War advocacy. That is
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. They did not promote it. You know, when after the top 10, girls were called, they had to give their speech about
Mhm.
how to stop
Rafa, we lost you
violence.
again.
But honestly, okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now for MGI, the most boring segment of the show is the speeches that the girls had to make. I wasn't paying attention to any of them because they all sounded similar. They were just like copying each other's speeches. Basically, everything was rehashed. However, I have to say that I love the gowns that they were wearing. It was beautiful. It was the structure, the silhouette, the style
Different.
was beautiful. It was very regal. So kudos to that designer. So,
Mhm.
so is it true though that they did not promote Stop the War and Violence? Because I think I heard some of them actually talked about domestic and gender-based violence. I forgot the two contestants, but there were a couple
South
of them who
Africa
spoke
did.
about violence
Mhm.
against women.
I
it
mean,
was South
Rafa, but
Africa,
you
yeah.
could consider
It was
that
South
part
Africa,
of war.
which is a very,
Yeah.
very, it is war.
Yeah,
Anything
it's
anything
fine.
that
It's
involves
war.
violence.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. Because when people think of war, we automatically assume that it has to be like 2 countries or 3 countries kill each other, attacking each other. Not necessarily so. Domestic violence is a form of war, spiritual, religious persecution is a type of war. So there's so many types of war, war against hunger, war against poverty, so forth and so on. So yeah, there's a lot of wars. But they focus less on that advocacy rather than actually expand it. So
Mhm.
Well, probably because during the year, nothing happens with that advocacy.
oh, wait a minute. They their war was against COVID again, right? This
Was
year,
it?
Vietnam's national costume, the Blue Angel. What does that represent?
Oh yeah,
I mean, she's
yeah.
dressed up as with angel wings,
A medical angel.
and
Mhm.
heart and a blue angel and stuff and everything. And then the host said that the costume was basically telling the angel was telling COVID to go away, COVID, go away. No, COVID is here to stay, whether you like it or not. Just take your vitamins, people. Yeah. Let's move on. Okay, so from top 20 to top 10. Any surprises? The top 10, let me
Cambodia.
remind people, the top 10 was Venezuela,
Colombia.
Costa Rica, Indonesia, Spain, South Africa, Puerto Rico, Vietnam, Brazil, Ecuador, and Cambodia. Cambodia, to me, was the most surprising. Like, where the hell did this girl come from all of a sudden? Votes.
I actually had her in my top 10. She was my 10th.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But what Peter was saying earlier, that how did this girl end up being in top 10 when she did not even compete in the other competitions?
Mhm.
How could that be fair? So I think that should be
But that was
scrapped,
popular
you know?
vote. That was popular vote. That was voted by the
Right,
fans.
Mhm. Okay.
to go
All
into
right.
the top
Well, if they have an
10.
understanding, that's fine. But let me tell you, the Cambodians are actually thirsty for blood. They are
Yeah.
thirsty to get
Yeah.
their first international crown. And
Yeah.
newsflash, the Cambodians are the new Filipinos.
They're doing
They're the
better and
ones
better.
who are
I gotta
actually
say
spending
they're doing better
money.
and better. in
And
pageants.
you know what? I have this theory that the Miss Grand Cambodia organization hired millions of Cambodians to vote
Oh.
for Miss Cambodia. That's my, I love conspiracy theories. That's one of my theories. What do you think? Do you believe me?
It's not a theory because it's quite obvious. There's a lot of celebrity entertainer, like singer, actor, and many figure in the media. Just come out and advocate for everyone should like fundraising and voting for Sopida. So that's why I wouldn't be surprised that she got a spot in top 10 because of popular vote. That was
Also remember, I'm sorry, go. Also remember, what if she did make the top 20, but since she was the winner of the top, the popular vote, they bump her off and they put someone else that was 21st. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, what they should have done is that they should have made her top 21.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
That would be
from out of nowhere to top 10.
Mhm.
So,
But that's
to me,
been since day one.
Yeah.
Rafa. That's
well,
been
I don't like
that.
that, Noemi. They should change
I don't
No,
like
but
it
I
either.
hate it. I hate it. That was one thing that we all directors hated about it because we thought it was super unfair.
It
That
is.
you pick somebody out of the blue that didn't deserve to be in the top 10. You're taking that position of a person that deserves to be that top 10.
That's it.
And it's like, then just have a top 11 and have like a bonus, you know what I mean? But and we've tried, and this I know because it happened to Vegas. We tried to explain, like, we don't like it. Like, is there any way that you could change the format so that it's more, you're not taking somebody's place that really deserves it. You know what I mean? But Nawat is a person that he's set in his ways. And, and if it's a format that works in his mind, he don't need to change it. So,
well,
I mean, I try to also look at the other
needs
side.
all the money he can make anyway. So it's all about money. So
I try to look at the other side. Like, hey,
I mean,
this
honestly,
girl potentially.
Honestly, if you were Nawat, if I were Nawat, I would do exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
All in the name of money. Let that money roll in, baby.
That's why we're sending a rep next year.
So, dear Filipinos, if you want Miss Philippines to make the next year's edition to top 20 or top 10, whatever, save some of your money. Okay. whatever the money you spend on your vices, stop spending your money on your vices. Put them in your piggy banks and then spend them in the next year's edition of Miss Grand International.
We lost you, Rafa.
You've been very quiet. Are you checking your social media?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Yes, I read all the comments because most of my fans are Filipinos and Omicron looking for Nawat now, such as.
Oh no!
That's so mean.
Oh my god!
well, there's nothing to fear. Omicron is nothing to fear. Omicron is just a regular flu virus.
Listen,
No
I
big
would
deal.
love to direct myself to the Filipinos.
Okay, so
Do it, Brian. Do it.
Okay, I just take a couple seconds. Okay, just sort of tension relief for all. Okay, I will let some comments from my fans, and also I would love Noemi, okay, to give some point of view on what they're thinking. Okay, such as get cheaper and cheaper every day.
Honey, is that cheap? That's fabulous then. That's fabulous cheap.
There you go.
And also, and another one, wait for karma, MGI. Just wait, just wait.
Oh.
So I mean, most of my fans are really passionate, and most of them are, Filipinos. I mean, they're nice to me. I understand them, okay, and I really understand. And one comment, I quite agree with him, because he said that, go, you look at the moment Mr. Nawat intentionally, miss a toast with Samantha. It's totally unprofessional. And if you watch a lot of clips about that moment, it's tend to be true. He just walked past, and Samantha sort of a little bit shocking, hold the glass, and try to get some attention from him, but he just walked past.
I saw that video clip. I don't think he did that on purpose.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Samantha was sitting behind the front row, and he was toasting the girls on the front row. So he didn't go reach out to the girls in the back row. So I don't know, I mean, that's my interpretation. So I don't know why some Filipino fans are so offended by that. I don't think he did it on purpose. So
listen,
yeah, stop being sensitive, people. You guys are reading too much between the lines.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. Like, being a fan and being like so passionate is amazing. I've been around that like all my life. A lot of my followers are also Filipinos, so what I'm gonna say isn't against them. Like, I have strong ties with Filipinos. I've been part of Miss Missology since I was a little kid. So I've always been surrounded by all their love and everything. It's great to be passionate. It's great to love your country and root for your girl. I can relate. I know Noemi can relate. It is something that overpowers you, but we can't win every year. We don't win every year. And we got to accept when we don't, because it also could affect the next girl that comes. I got to say that, and you guys saw, if you guys were here in the last chat that we did for our predictions and stuff, I really didn't say anything positive or anything negative about Philippines. I don't think she was better than last year's representative. In my opinion, I feel like she was a little bit, I don't know, sometimes I felt like she was a little bit too forced. Is she a beautiful girl? Yeah. Did she play her cards right? Yeah, she was on point all the time. Was it her moment? Maybe not. Last year, you guys were top 5. You should still be proud about that. You guys have a wonderful representative in Miss World. You have a wonderful representative in Miss Universe. Me, I'm rooting for my girl in Miss Universe. But I know in Miss World, my girl isn't very good. And I have to accept that. I have to be like, you know what? I know my girl's not going to win. And that's okay. And that's something that everyone needs to learn as a pageant fan and as someone that actually knows about pageants. You got to recognize that. You got to know that you're not going to win all the time and accept it and not throw all this hate, because it really doesn't do anything for next year.
Yeah.
Won't do anything for your next
Yeah.
rep.
Exactly.
Could I add something to that, Brian?
Yeah.
As a director, it also hurts us when our girls don't place, okay? Because it's our work that is being viewed on stage as well. Not only the girls' work, but us as a staff and a director. And it hurts when our girls don't place. And it hurts us because, we're passionate in what we do. And we do it for the fans as well. And we love the support and stuff. And I'm going to tell you this to all the Filipino fans. I've been to the Philippines twice. I used to have the Cuban license for Miss Earth back in the day. That was our first franchise that Cuba ever competed internationally. And I owe Philippines much gratitude because of that. You guys opened the doors for Cuba to compete in international pageants. And I will always, till this day, be extremely grateful for that. I know that it hurts, again, just like Brian said, it hurts people, you know, when the girls don't place. You had an amazing representative. She did you proud, regardless whether she placed or not. She represented the Philippines to the best of her ability. Like I said, maybe it wasn't her time. Maybe it wasn't her pageant. Maybe she might do better in another pageant. You never know, you know, you never know, because look what happened at Miss World when Catriona, you know, competed in Miss World. And look what happened when she competed in Miss Universe. You know, that's a prime example of, you know, maybe that was not your moment.
Look at Abina.
Yes.
Abina,
How many times did she compete? And
Comes
look.
from every country. She's represented every country.
She did her ancestry DNA test to find where she's from. U.S. Virgin Islands. Okay, I'll represent them.
Even though she's 0.5 Swedish.
0.5.
I'll go there. Let me put Sweden.
And she'll learn the language. And she'll learn the language. And that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do.
Exactly. So Filipinos, you know, relax, take a breath, a breather. It's nothing personal towards the country. Nawat has no issues with Philippines, you know, as a country as a whole or anything, you know. Yes, he gets annoyed with the fans because some of the fans are annoying, and we all go through it.
I'm pretty sure Paula Shugart also gets annoyed. Every director.
Everybody gets annoyed. I even get annoyed from my Cuban, you know, fan base. You know, I'm like, dude, really? She didn't do well. Did you not see that? Did you not see what I saw? You know, but you know, one thing you have to admire from Filipinos is that regardless if the girl is not that great, they will support that girl into the end. And many Latin countries should learn to do that, because it happens in Puerto Rico, it happens in Cuba, it happens in all that, you know, they start hating on the girl because she wasn't good enough, or because immediately start blaming the national director, because we get blamed for everything under the sun.
They blame you for the failing economy too.
Failing economy.
They blame you for COVID.
It was all my fault, you know.
If Cuba would have won, then there wouldn't be COVID.
Again, Cuba didn't place top 20 this year. Okay.
You're not the director, but it's your fault.
It's still my fault. It is my fault. Sorry. My bad.
Okay. Another comment is that, you know, which is like, you know, blowing up in social media, especially on Filipino social media, is that it's a cooking show. The results had been rigged.
There's another pageant that is a cooking show, and it's not.
The results have been rigged. Let me ask Vagisha. Vagisha, do you think it's a cooking show?
That's a very controversial question you have asked.
I think your connection isn't working, Vagisha. Connection is not working. Don't say anything.
I don't know whether it's a cooking show or not. I definitely enjoy watching the show because it brings entertainment. So I think I follow only two pageants with my heart, and they are Miss World and Miss Universe. But all the other pageants, you just watch them for entertainment, and Miss Grand International guarantees giving entertainment to the maximum extent. be it
Love it.
the contestants or be it the drama elements which they put up in the show. I completely enjoy watching it. So I don't know whether it's a cooking show or not, but yeah, I do enjoy watching it. And I know that many of the pageant fans, you know, who keep saying that they'll boycott Miss Grand International, I don't think they are going to do that, because silently they themselves enjoy that show. That's what I feel.
They love
it's
the drama.
It might be a cooking show, but it's definitely a show. It's a show.
Yes.
Give us a show.
Exactly. And that explains the over 7 million views they had. You know, the people, whether you like it or not, you will still watch it anyway, regardless. Okay, so let's move on to after the top 10 girls were announced, Indonesia was announced as the 2022 host country. The first thing, I'm sure Peter would agree with me, the first thing that came to my mind, really, Indonesia is a Muslim country. So are they going to allow the girls to wear bikinis and swimsuits?
I think it's going to be the same thing as
at this cocktail.
Honey, alcohol will always be involved in some point or another.
But you know what? It's in Bali. Bali is supposed to be a rather tolerant.
Correct. But didn't they say that the finals
part of Indonesia, because the majority of tourists, they go there are Western tourists anyway.
Yeah,
so.
You know what? I think
Peter,
part
what
of it will be in Bali, but they did say that the finals will be in Jakarta.
Okay. Well, just like Miss World, right? Wasn't it Miss World?
No, Miss World was in Bali.
Oh, Miss World started in Jakarta, and then they had the riots, and they moved to Bali.
Right.
I remember. Yeah.
Right.
So, all right.
I mean,
anybody, Brian, are you going to Bali next year?
We're all going to Bali, sweetie.
Hell yes.
Love it.
Brian, sign me up.
Well, you know what? Darling, did you not ask Mr. Nawat to bring my team, all expenses paid, to Bali? Did you not ask?
I haven't yet. But I talked with Ivan Gunawan, because I host a dinner for him and his team, and Aura Karishma as well. As the first day, the second day they came, and he said that that's okay.
Ivan is a wonderful national director. I know that if he's going to be on board, which clearly he is, by the looks of the pageant, of he's going to be like helping Nawat with what's going to go on, I know it's going to be amazing.
You know what?
It's been on the works for a while.
I bet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But anyway, I will talk with Mr. Nawat anyway.
Please, when Ivan was called to the stage after Indonesia was announced as a host country, the Indonesian national anthem was played, which I thought was very touching. It was very moving, you know. And after that, I immediately thought, oh my God, is Indonesia going to win tonight?
She was my predicted winner. I thought she was going to win.
The PR was going to win. And I was shocked when she did not even make the top 5, you know. She's like, not only, but I'm sure millions of Indonesian fans as well. So now, before we go to the top 5, another tradition of Miss Grand International is when the outgoing queen's crown is replaced by a different crown. I don't understand this tradition. Noemi, can you explain why this tradition?
I believe they are copying that tradition from royalty. So that's what I understood from the beginning when I was with Grand International. It's kind of like the passing of the torch, basically, you know, passing the crown. The girls, that crown that is given to them, it's a replica. It's not obviously the crown. It's just a replica of the crown, because the original, I mean, the crown is gold and it's with jewels and stuff like that. So they get a replica every girl that gives up their crown. But it's kind of like a royalty tradition in that realm.
I think it's a slight shade to Miss Universe, because I don't know if you guys know, but some of the Miss Universe girls don't get a crown after they get they get tiaras. They do.
Like
no, but that's now. They weren't getting anything. Before they weren't getting anything.
Not now, right. But beforehand, with the Mikimoto and the diamond crown, they used to give one. Yeah. Little tiaras and stuff and everything.
Yeah.
Well, maybe because Miss Universe has become cheap. What can you say? You know.
Well, it's not cheap
Lack of
to go, let me
sponsorship.
tell you that.
But anyway, I thought Abina was beautiful when she gave up her crown. I love her gloves. I know people. Did you guys notice her bejeweled gloves when she when she clasped her hands? I'm like, oh my! I want those gloves for me for Christmas, please. All right, now the top five. My original top five. Let me. What's my original top five? I'm trying to find. Okay, I was surprised Vietnam made it. Okay, I was not expecting Vietnam in the top five. She was actually my least favorite of the top 10 girls. But I had Ecuador. I had Ecuador and Brazil. Those are the only two girls that I had from my original list, and all the other ones did not make it. So
I had
Peter,
three.
who did you have? You had three, Brian?
Yeah.
Peter?
Yeah,
I think everybody had Brazil. Everybody had Brazil on their list.
Yeah, everybody had Brazil. I think I was quite shocked that Costa Rica didn't make it through to the top five. I was just in shock because Costa Rica's beauty is beyond, and she was, for me, quite perfect that night. So I didn't understand her exclusion, but
Yeah, I was really sad for her because she was first runner-up, I believe, in Miss Intercontinental 2018, Costa Rica. I mean, she was beautiful there. Yeah, she's even more beautiful now. So so Brazil was on everybody's list. I think, South Africa was not on my list. I did not expect her, but she was to me, she was the biggest surprise of the evening when she made the top, pretty much. But overall, it was a decent top five. I was hoping for Brazil to win. She was my favorite from the very beginning. And I told Enrique, the national director for Brazil, about that. And he said was that, Rafa, Brazil always comes close to winning, but we never win. And I told him, listen, think positive. Okay, Brazil will win. Brazil will win. Brazil will win. If it's
and
not
it didn't
this
work,
year,
Rafa.
who knows, maybe next year.
Did not work.
Despite all the coverage by Global Beauties. But I think eventually, Brazil will win one of these. So, who knows? The best in evening gown went to Thailand. What happened to Thailand? Carl, please explain, why was Thailand eliminated? Why? Just like Philippines.
Okay, right. Okay, most of Thai, all right, thinking, because Philippines got ridden. To be fair, okay, in most of public eyes, Thailand should be excluded as well. And also we are host, country, and also like MGI is Thai national pageant. So this, this underlying thinking of most of Thai, which is, I think, tend to be true. Okay, and also even though Indy excluded, she's still Miss Grand Thailand anyway. So it's like USA for Miss Universe. She's still, running around and going with Miss Grand International anyway. But you know what? Her camp really unhappy and upsetting. Right after the show end, the camp headmaster just put on the social media and said, okay, now I know. Just because she picked, right? Sort of.
Interesting.
Yeah, sort of. And some comments of, someone close to MGI say that my what you're writing, what you wrote, otherwise it might affect you in the future, sort of. But for me,
that is a threat.
yeah, Yeah, that's right. But for me, I'm very open. I mean, anyone can feel upsetting, and they're entitled to voice that, you know, they went. And also, I'm not biased, okay, but most of people in the hall and in Thailand, more than half, um, discontent was, you know, has been left in discontent. Honestly, it's quite obvious. Like, we been watching every day, and especially I've been at scene, okay, and I saw a contestant, and I just feel that I mean, some other more deserving. But okay, I would like to give analysis, which is, I think, is very practical to think. Okay, why Vietnam to be selected? Because of fan base, because of their friendliness. Okay,
I think we all agree there.
Yeah.
There's no argument there. No.
Yes, and also because of pandemic. All right.
Exactly.
And dragging quite long, 1.5 years sort of. And Miss Grand International by Mr. Nawat rarely depends on sponsorship, not like Miss Universe Thailand. Contrarily, Miss Universe Thailand, immense number of sponsors just flock in. You know, a lot of people, you know, support Miss Universe Thailand, but Miss Grand Thailand rarely get one. Okay, so most of funds or resource came from his, you know, his pocket. And also the choice of winner would be from the country which, you know, can contribute economic you know, proceeding to MGI in the near future, and sort of right after announcement, such as this morning, there's a leak, you know, that's quite reliable, said that MGI going to you know, going to play in the stock market. Okay,
Really?
so yeah, so they're going to launch
Going
IPO.
public. Ooh,
Yeah, that's right. So that's why
I'm gonna buy some shares.
yeah, that's why they need
I want to be
high.
rich.
So I mean, there's quite, you know, many countries that being like, you know, sacrificed because of this. I totally believe. Okay, I'm a very straightforward person, but what I'm seeing, like, you know, because of economy and some financial aspect that they chose to handle, you know, handle the pageant this way, which leave a lot of people in disappointment, because it's too much drama, and it's very much, you know, inclined to business and organization interest. It's like you never realize that how people seeing and how people think, how fan thinks, you know, just, yeah, I mean, someone told me, not told me actually, mentioned about MGI is sort of make a pageant like wrestling, like the WWE, sort of kind of entertainment. And they expect that 10,000 and, you know, more than people flock in the stadium and watch pageant. I mean, that's in their vision one day. Okay, so for me, okay, I feel less enthusiastic, okay, after the result came out last night. Honestly.
Oh, that's only gonna last until you crown Miss Grand Thailand 2022. That's only gonna last that. Look, I feel like, with all respect, right? I feel you. I feel you, because we've been doing it. Puerto Ricans have been doing it for the last 3 years in Miss Grand and in Miss Universe, trying to find an explanation, trying to be like, oh no, but maybe it was this or maybe it was that. But honestly, we got to look back and be like, you know what? Maybe our contestant wasn't the best one. Same thing that I said to the Filipinos. Thai people, they support their queen so much. That's amazing. But you have to accept when sometimes you're not the best or you don't make it. In my opinion, I don't think Philippines and Thailand were better than last year. I don't think you could compare them. And that might have been the reason why they didn't make it. But I think that you guys should just be like super proud of what you've brought to the table, super proud of all the support that you bring all your contestants, and be like, you know what? This is done. Chapter closed. Let's focus on the next thing that's coming up. So let's focus on Miss Universe Thailand. Let's focus on our next Miss Grand Thailand, and just be better and better.
I mean, that's a good idea. But But I would like to mention a little bit, I'm not into any particular contestant, but I just talk from overall overview, okay, from what I'm seeing. And for me, okay, I'm quite not sure about your perspective, but I knew both Nam and Indy, okay, and I think Indy is much better in terms of performance and in terms of personality, okay.
So why do you think she didn't place? What would make you think, like, what's one reason that made you think or makes you think that she wouldn't have placed, that she didn't place?
As I say,
maybe she didn't do well in the interview. That's one thing. Anything could happen. She didn't do well in the interview. Maybe she misbehaved. Maybe she broke some of the rules. Anything can happen, And
it could be something that we don't know, that we didn't see.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's in my bet, it's probably something that we didn't see, something that happened that we don't get to see. And I think that's when we get those shocker placements. Yeah, maybe she was with Miss Hong Kong smoking a blunt. I don't know.
Oh
my God.
Maybe she does opio. I don't know.
Oh my God.
No, not opium. It's inhaler. It's very popular in Thailand and worldwide. I think poison. Rachel Peter also know, and it's like a favorite inhaler for a lot of people.
Have you tried it, Co?
Oh my God.
Have you tried it? Is that what I want one.
Rafa,
give us one for Christmas, all of us.
Rafa, when I got advice from Brian, I try to revive all my, excitement, all my passions in MCI again. So I try to, let myself believe according to Brian tried to convince me. So I need some help, okay? Inhaler.
Listen, Co, next year you will be in Indonesia screaming and yelling, saying that Miss Thailand is the best. That happens every year. It's a thing. It's a thing. So don't worry. I know right now we're all coping because I'm still coping. I'm like, damn, Puerto Rico, sign language, like consistent since the start. Yeah. One of the best that answered.
Yep.
The top worst answers were the top two. So I'm coping too, but I gotta accept it. I gotta focus now on Miss Universe and potentially being upset at Miss Universe. So that's all we can do.
Okay, I got one question, Rafa. I got a question. Would you think that Bini would send the representative for Miss Grand 2022?
I think they're going to have a national pageant to select the representatives.
For sure.
For that edition.
They're not going to let go.
And I think they've learned the lesson. Oh, no.
Never.
No. Bini is doing an excellent job,
Yeah.
I mean, they had like 3 winners so far from that group.
Exactly. See, Filipinos, look at that. Look at how many crowns you've gotten this year.
So
look how many crowns you've gotten this year.
And they just won a fourth minor crown, I believe, Miss Culture International, the same night as Miss Grand International took place. So yeah, there are 4 Filipinas won within 3 months. Okay, let's move out. Vagisha, I want your opinion about India. I was so disheartened when India did not make the top 10. I mean, we have India, on our top 10 list.
I love her.
Yeah.
I love her.
She was amazing. When she was crowned in the national pageant, somehow I felt that she is being sent to the wrong pageant because this pageant demands a lot of energy and a lot of drama. Monica is a very graceful and elegant lady. So I believe that she may not do quite well in Miss Grand, and I was not expecting her to do so good. So when she performed in the swimsuit round, I was quite happy, and I was hoping her to make it to top 10. And I was clearly surprised that India and Colombia did not make it to top 10. So
Vagisha, she could have done better. She could have done better.
Okay.
She had lots of potential in it, and she wasn't at her peak.
Colombia. Yeah,
I think you know very well that you need to focus on Miss World and Miss Universe. Those are your girls right now. Yeah.
Yeah, India could win both Miss Universe and Miss World this year. I mean, those two girls are stunning, and they're very strong representatives. So you never know. You never know. Okay, so let's move on to the top 5. So we have Vietnam, Ecuador, Brazil, Puerto Rico, South Africa. When it was time for the host to announce the official placements, I was hoping for South Africa to be fourth runner-up because she was my least favorite. And
Rafa, her answer was so intense.
It was intense, and she was angry.
Much. Yeah,
she was angry. She wanted to smack that man.
Yeah.
I know what she was trying to do, but she didn't project it well.
Yeah.
Like it was very like aggressive.
Yeah, it was like, whoa. Yeah.
You're like, girl, please stay away from me. You know? So I was happy she was fourth runner-up. Third runner-up, I was so nervous. I thought it was gonna be Brazil. But when Puerto Rico's name was called, oh my God, Brazil, I hope Brazil's going to win. And then 3 to go, Brazil was called the second runner-up, to my disappointment. And then Vietnam, and then Ecuador. I think I was chatting with, I was doing a group chat on Facebook with Peter, Brian, Vagisha, Ko, and Antonio, and Phil. Okay, so we're doing a group chat, and we were watching the show at the same time. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to win? And then when Vietnam's name was called as the winner, we're like WTF, WTF, WTF. What was that all about? I mean, like, what happened exactly? A lot of these fans want to know what is with the tiebreaker thing? Is this a new stunt?
BS.
Stunt?
BS.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many judges were there?
Well, there were 5. The 5 former queens. Remember?
So how is there
remotely.
a tie? How is there a tie if there's 5?
Good question. That's a good question, Brian. That is a good question. How is there a tie if there are only 5 judges? That's a good one.
Bullshit.
Bravo. You noticed it. I thought it was fake. The judges, the judges that were judging remotely, they were just decorations. They didn't absolutely do nothing special. It was eventually Nawat, Teresa, maybe the choreographer, the makeup artist, all the staff were responsible.
Which is fair. Which is
fair because they spend more time with it.
It's their pageant.
Girls than the.
But be transparent.
You know.
Don't say that there's a tie when there isn't a tie.
Okay, but I want to know. I really wish they had. I don't mind if they had the same question, but I wish they put a headphone on the second girl. You know what I mean? Because she had the major advantage because she heard the question first. I mean, she heard the question second. So obviously she had more time to process her answer and stuff and everything. And by the way, I don't know if you guys, what I posted on my Instagram, Critical Beauty Official, earlier today, a reliable source told me, I love that statement. A reliable source told me that. Did you guys see my note? My Instagram note?
No.
Everybody follow me on Critical Beauty Official. It says, a reliable source just informed me that MGI President Nawat Grisil wanted Miss Grand Ecuador, Andrea Aguilera, to win, but that the judges bypassed him and voted for Miss Grand Vietnam instead. The organization also had a gown prepared for Ecuador if she had won, but apparently she never got to wear it. Also, the questions had been given to the girls yesterday, so they were expected to perform well during the Q&A round. But
why didn't they
last
then?
2 finalists seemed not to know exactly what to respond unless they were acting. LOL. So much crazy stuff going on behind the scenes. This is better than the reality show. We all know that some pageants are rigged to begin with. Okay, to a certain extent,
Yes.
all pageants are rigged, rigged, people. That's reality. Okay, that's reality. If the crown is not bought by money or by votes, it's bought by influence or power. So remember that, people. There's no such thing as a virtuous, pure, holy pageant. Okay, don't be naive, people. Comments from my lovely guests? Peter, what do you think? Peter, darling, what are you drinking? Wine?
Tea.
That's a big jug of wine right there.
No, it's a big jug of tea because I think we're going to need it for this chat.
Okay.
Look, oh God, I've got so many things to say.
Kat, got your tongue?
Where do you want me to start? All right. In regards to the rigging, look, there are no clean hands in pageants. Let's just put it out there. At the end of the day, it's a business, whatever. It's a show, it's a production. It is what it is. This whole cooking thing, a whole cooking show. Well, look, you know what? It is what it is. Just go and send a quality candidate. If we make it, we make it. We don't, we don't. Oh God, Rafa, I've got so much to say. I don't know where to start. Go prompt me here. Prompt me. Give me something.
MGI is for Latinas only, somebody says.
Okay.
No.
Look, I don't
Hello,
believe
Indonesia,
that.
Vietnam won.
Yeah, look,
Exactly.
we've had 2 Asians win. We have
And two and a half Puerto Ricans, right?
Right.
So what if she was half and half? Okay.
Right. So there you go. Yeah, look, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I don't buy it. I don't think it's for Latinas, but I definitely think it's for pageant markets. I think if Nawat can take advantage of the numbers, of the sponsorship, of the money and the branding,
You would too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would, if I had my own pageant, absolutely. I would look at markets that were favorable to pageants. And
Especially if you want to
that's where
grow.
my business lies. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I will go back to what I said in the beginning. Australia has nothing to offer Miss Grand, but it's our job to send quality candidates. It's our job to send strong finalists and strong semifinalists. At least we know where we stand. We don't believe that it's a waste of a girl. I don't believe it's a waste of an effort for us. If we win, well, that will just blow everything out of the water. That'll probably never happen. But our job is to keep the pageant alive. What if Miss Grand does well, Australia will do well. If Australia continues to place, and we have placed every single year, maybe one day we will have a market, and maybe one day we'll have something to offer Nawat. So we are not going to give up. We will continue to send quality girls, quality contestants, and that's our job. And it is what it is. And now moving on to the rigging thing, I think the pageant platform is such a great breeding ground for conspiracy theorists. It wouldn't surprise me if a lot of the QAnon people out there are probably pageant fans. It's like rife with controversy and conspiracy. It's hilarious, but like I said, I don't think it's just for the Latinas. I think it's a market thing.
So true.
Okay. Vagisha, what do you think? Is the pageant rigged?
Definitely, I agree with Peter that they are targeting markets. If you observe all the title holders we have had till date, all the title holders are facially stunning. They can attract a lot of brands, and the countries where they come from, I feel that they gain the kind of popularity in those countries. The only exception I would say is Maria Jose Laura. But if we keep her country aside, that they don't have that pageant crazy kind of fan base, but still she was so deserving enough to win, and I would say that she's one of the best and premium candidates which Miss Grand International has crowned.
True that. That's so true.
Noemi, do you think it's rigged? Come on, tell us the truth.
Okay. And it's it's really hard to talk about this because when you're a director, you're this is your business basically, you know, and it's really hard to get quality girls to compete regardless. So when you talk about rigged, I wouldn't like to use that word rigged. Again, it's all about marketability. It's all about branding. It's a business at the end of the day. A lot of people don't understand that. It's like, this is a beauty pageant. It's supposed to be beautiful and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but at the end of the day, there's a company behind all of this production that has employees that need to be paid. You have an owner that is investing his own money that he's going to want his money back at one point, you know. So you have sponsors that are, you know, it's hard to get sponsors, especially when you just came out of a pandemic for a year. And he's the only pageant that's been able to literally produce a production in the middle of a pandemic. He's the only pageant that's been able to do that, you know. And you know, and that you have to give props to him. You can listen, people are going to hate period. They're going to hate him because he's successful. He had a vision. He had a vision when he started, and look where it's at now. Have you ever seen any pageant that has come up in the last, 5 years that has grown as much as this pageant has? None. Everybody is still struggling, you know, and even pageants that are already established have been struggling because we just came out of a pandemic, and it's really hard to get sponsorship right now because people don't want to spend the money on pageants because it's not important right now, you know. So that was, you know, so that's why I don't like to say rigged. These are platforms to give girls opportunities to grow in many fields, whether it's the entertainment, modeling, acting, whatever you want to do. This is your platform. Again, not necessarily whoever wins ends up winning per se, because you can compete in a pageant and not win, but you win in other fields that will put you over the top than the winners, you know?
Exactly.
So you really have to think about when girls compete in pageants, us as directors, we're giving them this opportunity because it is an opportunity. It's not a right. It's not a rite of passage. You know, it's an opportunity for you to compete amongst other girls who have an experience of a lifetime, you know, and take advantage and network the hell out of your brand, because every girl is their brand.
Right.
That's your moment to sell yourself, not only before the title, but what you're going to get out of the pageant later on down the line if you do not win. You know, so that is one thing that many of these girls need to understand when they come in to compete in a pageant. It's not about the crown and the banner and looking pretty. It's about a work. It's a job. It's a job interview, you know. So it is again, this is a business. And if you don't understand that it's a business, then you don't belong in this industry, period.
There you go. There you go.
That's an excellent point.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Naomi. Thank you.
There you go.
You know what? I know it's a competition, but I think some of these girls, especially the pageant powerhouses countries, they're so obsessed with winning that sometimes they lose track of other important things, like networking, for instance. You know, you're there. Some people say, well, you know, I don't go there to make friends. I go there to compete. Okay, whatever, girl. But you know what? Whether you like it or not, you're going to end up being friends with some of these girls. It happens because you're stuck there in the same country for 3 weeks, for a month or so. What do? Just lock yourself up in the room and isolate yourself from the rest of the world? That's not going to happen. You need to socialize, because you're also judged on your sociability factor. You know, no organization will want to work with a girl who would rather be by herself. Nobody wants that type of title holder to represent the brand, to represent the company. So yeah, network is important. I say take as many contacts as you can. After the pageant, you're going to launch your own business. You're going to be an entrepreneur. And what do you do first? Try to market your brand to the girls that you met at the pageant that you competed in, period. And they're going to spread the word. Hey, keep buying her products, keep buying this girl's products, blah, 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 so forth and so on. Yes, networking is very, very important. Also, being an ambassador of goodwill. We seem to forget you're there to represent your country. What does the word represent mean? People, tell me, what does the word represent mean? You're representing the best of your country. Okay, people are forgetting that. What do you do to represent the best of your country? You convince them to visit your country. You convince them to tell what's good to see in your country, how wonderful, how beautiful your people are, your culture is, etc., so forth and so on. So the possibilities are endless. So, but of course, winning is still the best.
Of course.
Winning is not everything, but it is everything.
But it sure is good.
You know what I mean?
Good.
You know what I mean? Okay, so we all agree that the tiebreaker question is bullshit. Okay, so we all agree. It was definitely planned. Okay, it was scripted, and the tiebreaker is BS because, like Brian has observed geniusly, there were 5 judges, odd numbers. You cannot have a tie with an odd number judges. Okay, that's funny. Oh, Enrique just sent me a text. Do you want to do a live chat? Ooh, okay, I'll do a live chat. I have so many questions to ask him. Okay, that's good. All right, so the host talks to the top 2 candidates while the judges deliberated. So what did you think? I think it was also scripted, you know what I mean? To make the deliberation less suspicious, so to speak, like as if the judges were actually deliberating. Right. Whatever. What was I going to say? Oh, do we know what prizes? How much? Noemi, what is the cash prize for the winner? Do you know?
40,000.
40,000. Okay. And she gets to have her own apartment in Bangkok?
Yes, she gets her own apartment for a year. The prize money is distributed as like if it was a salary. So it's not a lump sum. They get it little by little until the end of their reign. The host apartment, I know that they've changed venues throughout the years, but it's fully furnished. They have all the amenities needed for the girl. So yeah, it's a whole year. Liz actually, after she gave up her crown, she stayed, I think, an additional year in Thailand, because she did, after her reign, was working over there as a model and had a few contracts going on. She did a few commercials over there. So she really took advantage of the time that she was in Thailand. But I always say to the girls, whoever wins, while you're there, take advantage of learning the language so you could stay there. I mean,
See, that's one thing, is learning Thai a requirement to win. Because Abina's Thai was better. Abina's Thai was better than Cambodia's English. So do you think it's a requirement? Not necessarily, though. I wouldn't think so.
No,
it's an edge.
Makes
it helps.
It makes it easier for the girl to navigate her year in Thailand, because not all the time she's going to be traveling or doing appearances. Sometimes she's going to be alone in her apartment, and at least it was, I'm talking by experience, because I already went through it, in 2014. For my girl, sometimes when she wasn't busy, she was quite lonely, because, she didn't have any friends, and then to be able to communicate, it was a little hard. She eventually, made friends and stuff, but in the beginning it was kind of hard. But she was able to develop great friendships over there, be able to navigate the city and transportation and all that stuff. So it's really important to whoever wins needs to learn how to be independent as well, because Grand International is not going to be holding your hand 24/7. So you have to be secure in your own skin to be, you know, able to handle those moments that you're alone in your apartment, you know, kind of homesick, like somebody that lost her crown happened. So that's another conversation by itself. But you know, that's again, that is the reason why, you know, Nawat is very picky on what girls win, because he needs to know that it's a girl that if they need to send her off to an appearance by herself, that she can navigate that and she could be able to do it.
Exactly. I totally agree. You know, I mean, you know, I'm glad that Vietnam won. I mean, you know, the girl deserves it. I have to say that she did a consistent performance. Actually, she was very consistent.
Yep.
All year long. And yeah, I guess the staff just loved her. You know, I guess she's a sweet young woman, and everybody loves her. I just hope that Nawat does not take her to Afghanistan or to Syria or to even Detroit or Chicago, you know, where there's a lot of gun violence going on. You know, I wish you know what I mean, baby? So yeah. So just keep promoting the stop domestic violence. I think that's the type of domestic violence that we need to focus on. You know, gender-based violence, domestic abuse, rape, of course, sexual harassment, any type of crime or rape against women. That I think they should focus that rather than be a general thing. You know, because there's a lot of horrible things going on in the world. It's hard to focus on all of them. Just focus on this specific issue and just, you know. Yeah, that would be much better for me, I think. All right, so I think we're pretty much covered up everything, unless you guys have. Is there something that we're missing about last night's show? No, it was viewed. It was viewed on YouTube, and there were over 7 million views. And also, I was following Facebook, the live coverage on Facebook, and they had it reached to about 100,000 views on Facebook.
Wow.
So there's a lot of views going on. Yeah. So I really, what are the chances of Nawat purchasing Miss Universe someday? Is that going to happen?
No, I think Paula already knows who she wants to give it to.
Or even Miss World?
No, never.
No.
No,
All right,
Paula,
never say
sure
never.
Paula Strugard already has her favorites
actually,
to pass it along, just like Miss USA.
I mean, actually, he used to propose before, but was declined, and Paula chose TPN instead of Nawat.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
According to source, okay. Before he
According
proposed,
to a reliable
he
source.
would love to get, yeah. That's why he wouldn't get it. So he made MGI to be like, you know, a fierce
Oh, I remember that
competitor.
rumor.
Yep. And sort of try to compete side by side, and the highest goal is to take over the #1 spot.
He's
that's
working
what
his
I
way
heard.
to it.
That's what I heard. Okay.
I think he should also branch out to teen division. What about Miss Grand Teen?
Oh, no.
I think there's a pageant that does that. There's someone that does that.
Awful idea.
Yeah.
Bad idea. Okay. Well, there is a male version, Mr. Grand International, but it has nothing to do with his company. So
Yeah.
No, let's leave the teens alone. Let's not deal with mothers.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God, I agree.
Yes.
You already deal with
stage
mothers that are
please.
not teens.
Exactly.
Stage mothers are the worst. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they think it.
They're gonna want an
better than
explanation
me.
why their daughter didn't make it.
Exactly.
So
never
true.
mind. Never mind. Listen, people. Thank you so much for joining this this chat group. You know, every time I see you guys, you know, I always feel very, very happy. I don't know why, but don't you feel happy? Don't you? I mean, come on, people. I mean,
I'm
isn't this
happy
what
but
we-
stressed because I'm going to Israel in a few hours.
we are so
Yes.
jealous of you, Brian.
Guys,
We are
I need
so
to leave.
shalom.
jealous. We are so
Shalom,
jealous of
yes.
you. Well, listen, have a safe trip. Have a
Thank
pleasant
you.
trip.
I hope everything goes super smooth. No problem.
What airline are you flying?
Turkish
What airline are you
Airlines.
flying? Turkish Airlines? Okay.
Okay.
I heard they serve good food.
I've heard that too. I'll let
Yeah.
you know. But
Is it a
we need
direct
to get
flight,
ready
Las
to go
Vegas to
to
Eilat, Israel?
Indonesia. What was that?
Is it a direct flight from Las Vegas to Eilat, Israel?
No.
No.
It's not at all. Actually, I'm going from Las Vegas to New York, New York to Istanbul, Istanbul to Tel Aviv, and then Tel Aviv to Eilat.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
take a lot of drugs.
The hours.
That's all I have to say.
I have stuff in my bag. And then when I come back, it's the same, and I'm returning to New York, but then I'm going to Puerto Rico for Miss World.
Wow.
So
Wow.
get ready to
Okay.
see these bags
Okay.
under my eyes in
Wow.
videos.
Wow.
Well, if you go to Puerto Rico, you have to be quarantined, right? You have to stay in a hotel for quarantine for a few
No,
days.
No.
No, not required anymore.
no, as long as
Okay.
you're
All right.
vaccinated
Well,
and
that's
you get
good.
your test.
Okay. Which is another bullshit. Anyway,
Oh.
Anyways.
did I tell you
Oh.
that I have a new pageant called Miss Natural Immunity? Anybody interested?
Oh,
Oh
Oh my God.
I'll decline to being a national director.
Exactly.
We wish Miss Grand
Yeah.
Vietnam, the new Miss Grand International 2021, the best of luck in her reign. And I hope pageant fans out there, you do realize that pageantry cannot survive without you. Okay.
Mhm.
So whatever you feel right now, whatever you're feeling right now, anger, bitterness, disappointment, happiness,
away.
contentment, whatever you feel, please, it will go away. Please keep patronizing pageants. Please supporting your countries, support your girls. And it doesn't matter whether or not they place or they win or they lose. The most important thing is that you're supporting them in their journey. And sometimes journey is the most important instead of destination, because it is through journey that you actually learn something, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, so think about that. Okay, no more quarreling, no more fights. Yeah, right, Rafa.
And we're not
Also-
saying don't
It's not
speak
gonna
out.
happen.
Speak out. Speak out, but be respectful.
Yeah, speak out.
Exactly.
Okay.
Give your opinion.
Co, you
Yes.
you have something to say?
Yes, actually, even though I still haven't recovered in full, but I need some encouragement from all of my friends here because I got the good news from my girls. All right, so I would love to tell the world and everyone that my candidate, Miss Interglobal Thailand, Hera Nashita Jantana, won Miss Interglobal 2021.
Yes,
last
congratulations.
night.
Congratulations.
So it's a bit of uplifting for me. And also,
this is,
she
Co,
actually,
this is your first time to be a national director.
yes, that's right.
So
I'm a national director.
Oh,
I'm a queen maker
job.
already. Okay. That's my first time. And also, I would love to thank you, Mr. Nawat, anyway, because Hela used to compete in Miss Grand provincial level. Okay. So she's sort of one of Miss Grand family anyway. So yeah, she learned a lot of Miss Grand attitude, how to perform, walking, and especially in evening gown, she did really well. So by the way, even though I wouldn't fulfill yet from the result, but I'm very happy with my girl, which partially got positivity from Miss Grand anyway. Thank you, Miss Grand somehow, and Mr. Nawat somehow, and I would love that the next edition wouldn't give me too much heartache. Okay.
I doubt it.
Believe me, you will
I
have a lot of
doubt
heartache.
You will. We will all have.
And Ko, by the way, Ko, who was the first runner-up?
Philippines. Very close, very close. I can tell it's nerve-wracking, okay? Because I think, oh my goodness, Philippines is very close to my girl. But actually, my girl answer was really on point, okay, and very concise, according to the question which relate to pandemic, okay. I mean, I prepared her about this question before, so she did really well. So I have to give her an applause, like to do exactly what I strategized to her. So I wish that she going to be to perform really well for Miss Interglobal, organization, to promote the organization and also to achieve the mission they outline, especially like to help the poor and also to promote tourism of Africa, Nigeria, and to unify the diversity of a lot of people from many culture. So please, follow my girls, Hera, Nashita, Chantana, and myself, because I'm going to take care of her over the rain anyway, and for the next one. So thank you for all the fans and everyone, and all my friends here that give me a lot of heart and a lot of inspiration, because all of you are all experienced in the pageantry world, especially like Peter. I do really admire him, because you used to train a Miss Universe, right? And
Peter
Rafa
has won
still.
Miss Universe, Jennifer Hawkins.
Yes. That's excellent. That's excellent. And she my favorite one. Okay, Jennifer, how she walked, that's still impressed me till now. Such believable performance. And also Rafa, such an experience and know everything about pageantry in the world. And I'm very glad indeed.
People don't know this. People don't know this. Okay, I am the original super pageant critic. Okay?
Yeah, I did know.
People get to know that.
OG.
The other pageant critics and experts out there, they're nothing. Okay, I am the ultimate super pageant.
I'm such a fan.
We paved the
Rafa.
way.
I'm such a fan of you. And also, I'm really glad indeed, to be in the program with Noemi, because especially you used to be a national director of Miss Grand, so you share a lot of thought and perspective that broadened.
Yeah, Noemi, get that Cuban franchise back, will ya?
Oh, that will come back, honey. Just give it time. Just give it time.
Right. And also,
if you have to sell one of your kidneys, do it.
Exactly.
If you have to sell one,
it will come back. Don't worry.
Right.
Don't worry. It will.
All right.
It always does. It always comes back.
We should get it back.
Yeah.
We should get it back soon. And thank you all the participants in the program today. Indeed, thank you so much to inviting me. And I'm expecting to be in your program again about Miss Universe.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Do you guys want to have a group chat?
Yes.
Brian,
actually,
Brian, can you do it, Brian?
Brian can do it from Israel.
I can do it. If you guys accommodate my time, then yes.
Okay. Well, Israel. What time? Israel. The pageant in Israel takes place at 2 a.m, December 13th. Right.
Yep.
Right. Which is 9 o'clock, December 12th in the evening here in New York, East Coast time. So it's going to be a challenge for you, which means you have to get up at what, 10 o'clock in the evening and prepare yourself, because it takes you about 3 hours to put on makeup. Probably.
Yeah, it's going to be super early, but I think we're going to be so excited that we're going to be good. the thing that I'm dreading is going to the airport after the coronation, getting back to Miss World. So
Yeah.
that's not going to be fun.
Well, try anyway. So we're gonna include you anyway. So just in case, yeah. So
Mhm.
that would be wonderful.
Of course.
But we'll do that. Vagisha, are you game? Can you join us for Miss Universe?
Yeah, let's see if it's on weekends or if it's in the time which does not clashes with my office time, then I would love to be there.
Yeah, I think the 12th
Well, forget
is
your
a
office.
Sunday.
Can you take a day off? Take a
Sick
day
day.
Oh,
off.
no.
Yeah. It's Miss Universe for Pete's sake. Peter, can you do
I
it,
wish I
darling?
could.
Peter, are you game? Can you join us?
If the timing works, why not?
Okay. All right. And of course, Sco and Noemi, of course, you can do it, right?
Thank you. Yes, definitely.
All right, then we'll do it. Listen, thank you so much for joining this group again.
Oh,
I had a
thank
wonderful time. I hope everybody had a wonderful time.
Thank you.
The viewers out there, thank you for watching the show and putting up with all our different personalities, whatever. But that's what a family is all about. I'd like to think of our group as a bouquet of flowers. We're all different species of flowers, but yet we all get along with each other. Of course, I'm the most beautiful flower. I'm the sunflower because I shine, I smile all the time.
See, Rafa, I
And all
thought
the
you
other
were
ones
going
are
to be like
baby,
the rap.
all the other ones are like baby breath.
Yeah.
I thought you were the rap, the one that holds us together.
That's right. That's a good one. Listen, have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and we will see you again for Miss Universe. So thank you, Critical Beautiful Salon viewers, for watching the show. Mabuhay, buenas noches, good evening.
Oh,
good night.
Rafa, lastly.
Sawadee ka. Yes.
Rafa, lastly, before
Yes.
I'm going to say after end the program, I'm going to receive an award. The organization of the one national agency just give me an award
That's
for
wonderful.
being a good guy, sort of. So
Congratulations.
Oh, congrats.
it's
Yeah.
proven. It's proven I'm good enough to be in your program, Rafa.
Of course you are.
Yes.
I'm gonna put your picture on the very top again for the next banner. Okay, so just for you because you're special.
Thank you so much, Rafa. Thank you.
All right. Have a wonderful rest of the week, people. I love you all. Thanks, Peter. Thanks,
Thank
Naomi.
Thank you, Rafa.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Vagisha.
Hi, guys.
Have a safe trip.
Bye.
Yes,
Thank
Brian.
you.
Safe
Have a good
trip.
RealBrianJ on Instagram, Brian Javier on YouTube. I'm gonna try
I'm
out
so
my
excited to
do
see
it.
your vlogs.
Yes.
Universe vlog.
Yeah.
Let's
On
see.
to
Let's see.
it.
Yeah, we look forward to your Miss Universe coverage. So
Okay,
Yes.
have
see
a
you
safe
then.
trip.
Bye.
Bye, Naomi.
Kisses.
Bye, Vagisha. Bye, Rafa. Bye,
Bye.
bye, bye, bye,
Bye.
bye, Vagisha.